40 trillion US dollars of public debt. The US had no choice than to walk away from the war in Iran. Now, what Donald Trump just did is not some imposition of sanction, but a tactical surrender. Yeah. What happened today, now that I'm thinking clearly now, is a tactical surrender. The debt is too much. 40 trillion US dollars of public debt. The more you fight, the more. Now, whenever you get out there to attack Iran, you have to fuel your fighter jet. You are paying troops. You are so many things are involved. A lot of money. Do you understand? Let us not talk about shortage of missiles and ammunition. The cost of sustaining the war at this level, they can't continue that way. So the guy came around and then said that he's going to impose sanctions. He called it D-Day. Secondary sanctions on Iran. Anybody that serves as a lifeline to Iran is looking for trouble. What does that give him? An excuse to walk away. Now you ask yourself, after the sanctions, what follows? Do you understand? Now let's go back to the beginning. The war started with negotiations. Do you understand? They were talking. Iran was cooperating. They would talk here, they would talk here. They were at the verge of, Iran was at the verge of striking a deal with them, accepting their terms, when they took Iran by surprise. I'm not the one saying it. It is there on the internet. Iran was about to accept a deal when they hit Iran on February 28th. And then they started a fight. That means sanction was not an option before. All right? Sanction was never an option. It was, let's go there and fight. Let's go there and force them. It was to use force. That was what they wanted. Let us use force on them. Let's compel them. Now, from 48 hours to about how many months now? Is this 6 months or 8 months? Yes, from February. Okay, this is March, April, May, June, July, August. 6 months they've been fighting. And there's no sign. There's no way you can actually say, okay, this will be how they're going to end this war. And Iran told them, you know, you can actually tell how you're going to start this war, but you can never tell how it is going to end. Now, Donald does not know exactly how it is going to end, and public debt is compiling every day. So he came up with the idea that, with the excuse that he's going to impose sanctions. I mean, sanctions that are not new to Iran. Almost 90% of everything he imposed on Iran is already there. It's already there. So you came with force, right? And force could not work. So that means he admitted, it is an admittance that, hey, force cannot work on Iran. These sanctions he just imposed on Iran is a way of admitting to the public that we cannot use force on these guys. We cannot possibly force them to do anything. So the only way out is to impose sanctions on them, is to tell them that we are going to strangulate them. These guys who know how to survive. So first of all, let's make it very clear. He accepted that he cannot force the Iranians. Now, the question we should be asking Donald right now is this. Now, how would you, with what you just did now, how would you open up negotiations around the uranium going forward? Oh wait, do you expect that after imposing so much sanctions on Iran, after ignoring their own demands, you're going to come back and discuss uranium or discuss news with them? And that was the main objective of this war. Now, if that is too far-fetched, how will he open up the front again around the nukes? I mean, not nukes, around the Strait of Hormuz. How will he discuss Strait of Hormuz? How will he discuss the terms? Okay, what about Yemen? What would he say about them? So see, technically, the guy dropped the war and ran away. It is as simple as that. It's just that he's going to be dragged back. If the Iranians don't go after him, the guys behave like prophet, as if they knew that he was going to run away. All right? If they do not hit him back the next 2 3 weeks, then this would be a perfect way out for him. But by the time they come after him, if they assume an offensive role or posture, they will drag him back. But apart from that, Donna is done with this issue. Maybe secretly they will begin to withdraw their men or their troops, or they'll just carry out some mayhem because he has nothing again to lose. He's preparing to transfer this whole thing to his successor, so he will carry out more, more attacks against the Iranians. But as far as this was concerned, it was a tactical surrender. Nothing like sanctions. Nothing like sanctions. Sanctions cannot do Iran anything. The guy ran away. She cannot. He admitted he cannot impose force. He cannot force them. He just left. But they won't let him walk away like that. You must finish what you started. And I believe the Iranians are very much aware of it. You must finish what you started. For now, this is what Beaver knows. What do you know?